working for Mad Crew sort of thing.
Okay. I'm Stevie and I work for Mad Crew as well.
Right. Anybody listening to this programme, if they've been on to me and saying, what kind of careers and jobs do you have within something like a festival? Your job, what is it?
Stage crew, which basically means come here sort of a few days beforehand, install the lighting, all the sort of lighting truss, obviously and the lights and that sort of thing, build the PA, generally lift all the heavy stuff for the more technically minded people to plug in and deal with, and then on the gig days, changeovers, setting up and stripping down a band equipment, all that sort of thing.
How did you get into it?
That's a good question. I kind of needed the work at the time, and I was mates with the guy that runs the company anyway, so we sort of
So you own the company too?
Pardon?
You own the company as well?
Own it? God, no.
Right.
No, I just know Dumbo through many years of going to gigs, playing at gigs, general misbehaviour.
You're way into really, you played in bands first?
Yeah.
Got interested and then said, right, I'm going to move into the sort of crew side.
You could say that. It was more like a means to an end. I did a bit of it when I lived down in Leeds as well, for like the Leeds University crew, and we bit for Albion North, that sort of thing.
So you had to treat that way?
So basically, yeah, it's basically so long as you can count to 3 and you know how not to hurt yourself, you're pretty much in there. So
be physical as well. You've got to be fit to do a job like that.
It does help.
Yeah. Give me an idea. When you arrive here 3 days beforehand.
So we get here on it was the Thursday morning. Build the main stage PA and the various bits and bobs, like dance, a few bits and bobs for the dance tent, a few sort of things in here and all that as well.
Right, we're going to take it from the very word go. Tent first, you construct this.
Yeah, we're nothing to do with building the tent, so we get the marquee company in to deal with that.
Right.
Then you'll get, depending on the kind of stage it is, you'll get your ground support for the lighting, which is all the truss metal work and all that in there. Then you'll get your stage built around that, or the other way around, depending what kind of a stage it is. And then finally you'll get all your lights hung, your PA built, your bands on.
Where do you go from here? What's next? Are you touring right around the country?
Personally, no. But we've got a few guys, like two of the guys that run the company. It's called like MAD for Mick, Allen and Dumbo.
Yeah.
Mick and Allen are away with Placebo at the minute. They're doing drum tech and guitar tech, and Mick's been away with like Iron Maiden, Hercules and the Love Affair and all that.
Do you hope to progress into something like that?
I was thinking about it, but I've got a kid on the way, so that's kind of off the cards now. So it's
so that's going to be difficult, isn't it?
So yeah, it's going to put the markers on that.
Once the wee arrives, you'll get back into it.
I reckon more the sort of Glasgow-based side. I mean, we do loads of venues in Glasgow and that as well. So
keep your nose in.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's so mad. How did you get into this?
I've known one of the owners since I was 15. As soon as I turned 18, he's like, do you want a job? Can you lift stuff? And I said, I can lift stuff. And he gave me a job.
Was that your first job?
That was, no, I worked in Warner Brothers in Argos.
Right.
I was actually taken on full time with the company, and I've only just left Argos in January.
Right, so to come into this?
Yeah.
So it's word of mouth. Were you in a band as well? You get involved in music?
I was a bass player in a few bands, but they've all went back to college to study to be professional people.
Right. So you've taken a notion to come and do it on site?
Something I like doing, yeah. Right.
What's the kind of ups and downs? What would you say is the difficult part of it all?
The weather.
Right.
When you're at festivals, really the weather. If you get bad weather, then you feel rubbish.
Right.
You can't be bothered doing it. But if you do good weather, it's always good. It's good. You get to see lots of bands, meeting lots of people. Some of them are nice, some of them aren't.
Are you kind of jack of all trades for this? You need to learn everything, really.
Well, it helps if you know your way around backline. But I mean, if you know how to lift boxes, then you can get a your kind of job because you just listen to the guys that know what they're talking about, and you pretty much do what they tell you. But if you can plug in a guitar and set up a drum kit, it does help. It means you can get touring work and stuff from it.
What about the dreaded moment something goes wrong? What happens?
You really only need to worry about that if you're touring. But we had a lot of that at Tina Park, me and Dawson.
Right.
A few guitar amps went down, and me and him are on the stage like that. Oh, but until it happens, really, as every backline guy will tell you, until it happens, you don't know how to fix it. When it happens, somebody either tells you how to fix it or you learn yourself.
Right.
But until it happens, you can't really learn it until it happens, pretty much.
There's a big difference between, say, like Tina Park and here.
Yeah, this is a lot more chilled out. It's like a lot more laid back. Loads of wee kids at this festival, wandering about having a good time. Tina Park's more for like the older. Well, it tends to be the older, like late teenagers, student types that go to that and just have a party. I like this festival because it is a lot laid back.
Advice to anybody, just for the two of you. Somebody sitting listening in and saying, I want to go and do what they guys are doing, what would you say?
It's not as glamorous as you might think it is.
Right.
There's long hours, not a lot of sleep, but it's a good laugh. If you get on with the guys you're working with, and it's a great laugh.
You get to meet some of the bands.
Once in a blue moon, sometimes you want to, sometimes you really don't, but no names will be mentioned. But
Same yourself.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you really want to get into it, you want to go to local gigs, wherever it is you stay, talk to the crew guys, ask them if they need a helping hand. You never know your luck. They might say, yeah, aye, cool, we've got a gig such and such, come along, we'll give you a try. And it's just really, I mean, unless you ask, you're not going to get it. Right? Unless you're lucky like me and known people since I was young, but unless you ask, you're never going to get it. And it does help if you can play instruments and stuff like that.
Right, that's it.